What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Carefree Black Girl podcast, where we discuss everything carefree, black, and girl, period.
Girl.
It is your girl, Leslie Latrice, your favorite veteran turned entrepreneur. And I'm going to pass it to Hazel.
Hey y'all, it's Hazel Harvey, out the way, out the mix, drinking my wine and minding my biz.
And period.
Passing it to my girl Phoenix.
Okay, it's your girl, Dr. Phoenix Lux, your favorite fantasy baddie and fairy, and we are here today to give you another delicious episode. I'm gonna pass it off to my girl,
Big Liz. What's up? All right, so first of all, we are getting into the very first topic, which is our Carefree Black Girl of the week. And it is no other than, drum roll please, Autumn Lockwood.
Woo, congratulations.
Yes. So if y'all didn't know, I don't know if y'all been living under a rock, but last month during Black History Month, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, okay?
Yeah.
And Miss Autumn Lockwood was a coach on staff. She is one of the first Black women coaches to coach in the NFL and come home with a Super Bowl victory in 2025. So we got to give it up to our girl.
So I may have like a dumb non-sports question, but did she get a ring too? Because I feel like she deserved one.
I think the whole staff, like the whole coaching staff, does get. Yeah, no, the whole coaching staff, everybody who pretty much contributed to that Super Bowl win will get, the ring and everything too. So I feel like it's awesome, especially because it's Women's History Month now, right? So we love celebrating Black women paving the way, pioneering in their field, and I feel like she's just gonna keep going. And I looked at her Instagram too, y'all, and she has like a bunch of like pictures of her uplifting other women in the industry. Like there's women creators, other coaches, other people on the Eagle staff too.
Yeah, her even shout out also to Jalen Hurt for having a Black team.
Yeah, his management team.
His management team, and he made sure to definitely go out and shout out them as well. She definitely made sure to incorporate the Eagle gals. So definitely, it's just amazing for the Eagles team, and also she was there for their first Super Bowl.
Yeah,
the Eagles.
in 2023.
She was there too. So she experienced her first L, and now she experienced her first
win.
one.
Win. Yeah, ooh, child, give her debut.
Give her first loss and her first win.
Yeah.
So definitely shout out for the Carefree Black Girl of the Week, Miss Autumn Lockwood.
Yes. I love that she is just a Black girl uninterrupted. And what I mean by that is that we don't have to be in a certain thing. We can be any and everything. And for the Black girls out there, remember, it's 2025 and we still being pioneers.
Amen.
We still leading the way.
Despite those who keep trying to bring us back to the past, honey. We up and elevating, period.
Without DEI. Whether they want to have it or not, we going to be there. So, love it for her.
Yes, go on.
All right.
Well, cheers to Miss Autumn Lockwood. Clink,
You
clink,
go,
clink,
girl.
clink, 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 clink.
Pew, pew, pew.
Stand with Black women. Check the cups. Zoom in on that.
Yeah. And now for our girl segment, for the stuff that be going out crazy in them streets, y'all. The media, the news feed, the For You page, it's been buzzing. It's been buzzing like crazy. So we're first going to talk about a topic that I'm pretty sure that everyone has been seeing. If you guys know by the name of the rapper Dink the Moss, she was on Mrs. Deb's house competing in a female rap competition show. So y'all tell me why she decides she's going to go ahead and call her a Lyft. Go, probably do what she got to do. Go to where she got to get to. The Lyft pulls up. She opens the door, I believe, or she probably got to the door.
Yeah.
And the Lyft driver refused to let her in the car.
Yes.
Claiming that she was way too big to ride in his car. So after that, this has started to get to a case where Miss Dink the Moss has decided to go sue
Lyft.
Lyft the app because the driver basically
denied her
because of her size, which basically is, as we know, y'all, this is discrimination.
In that state, it's definitely age and weight, I think, are also included in like I can't remember if this is Michigan. I can't remember what state, but I'm not exactly sure where this happened. But in that state, it is illegal to, or there's a statute that says like it's illegal to discriminate against somebody based on their age and their weight.
But my girl went
I think she lost though.
Yeah, she did. So they come out that she did lose her case.
Yeah.
And so we're just gonna really talk about it and just talk about like how we feel about the situation and, you know, how should people because what other thing I like how she's going off and saying is like, you know, the word is about accommodating.
Yeah.
I like the word accommodating. So how do y'all feel about this whole thing? Because this is like bananas.
Well, as the big mama on the stage.
Okay.
And also I am a certified rehabilitation counselor. FYI, people think that is often with drugs, but it is for people with chronic illnesses and disabilities. So I'm very frustrated because Black people are showing a trend of kind of assimilating when things get unstable politically. We become more conservative socially, meaning traditional things. You see trad wife or stay at home or, you know, being smaller and doing all these things. It all goes together, y'all, because y'all cannot tell people to be small when that man is cutting food stamps. And he, y'all don't even know what classifies as junk food. So we ain't even gonna go there. But my problem with this is, and in an interview, her manager said it, if it was 5 girls, he wouldn't have had a problem. So even if each of those girls was 100 pounds, that would have been 500 pounds.
Yeah.
But her perception of having all this weight is what people are discriminating against.
It wouldn't have been, I'm sorry, but it wouldn't have been 5 girls. If he's a car for 4, he's not letting 5 in.
So, and then on top of that, I think too, is like you talking about where she would take up 1 seat. Only 3 of those girls would be accounted for in this weight thing that they're talking about, or the number of women per size. I don't know.
She could have sat in the back. She said she's fit in that car before.
Yeah, but or a similar car, like, or that one.
Yeah, she said her best friend had the same car. I think.
Okay.
I think my only issue with the way she approached it is she went to social media first.
Yeah.
Before digesting what happened and allowing herself to process. Because now, you know, it's picking up steam. You're getting all these opinions. There are technical things, like you said, maybe it was a 3-car. Maybe he knew that his car shocks were off. I'm not sure. But I do think the conversation around it has been unproductive in our community, because they're saying she just needs to lose weight. And then that's the thing. You guys, when someone is that large, even if they lose 50 pounds, they're still going to look large, but it takes a lot of work.
Well, let's just take that out of the equation anyway. A lot of people feel like they know what somebody's circumstance is. Like, you know, like we don't know why she's as big as she is or whatever, and it doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, we don't know, and her lifestyle and how she chooses to live her life is her choice. But at the same time, it's like accommodation. I can understand it, but also too, what if we can't? Like, you know, like you in a position now where you talking about like for example, when she went on the Breakfast Club and she was like, dang, I'm not like really comfortable in this seat. Do y'all have somewhere else I can sit? And they were able to accommodate her. But at the same time, like, what if what if they can't? Then what? Like, now is it on them because they can't do that? Or
so the ADA, which is the American Disabilities Act, does speak to that. So if the accommodations are going to fiscally harm or be too great of an effort on behalf of the company, then they don't have to.
Right.
So, for example, if for this car, for example, he would have had to get his shocks repaired,
or possibly
extend the seat or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, I literally can't afford it.
Right.
Then he doesn't have to. If that's not the case, you have to at least try to see if you can accommodate.
Yeah.
And I think where fat phobia comes in is people thinking they don't deserve accommodations, period.
Yeah.
Which is the problem. And people do deserve accommodations if they are bigger, because y'all can pick at them being obese, but there also are side effects that come with that. And just because you have a moral judgment on how somebody got there doesn't mean they don't need help.
Or that's how they actually did. Like, you don't know their truth.
Yeah, like that doesn't mean that they don't need help.
Yeah.
And I just want our community to, one, free yourself from fat phobia, especially in the diaspora. Our women are built different. Not all women are built like Date DeMoss, but we come in all shapes and sizes. Free yourself. Fat phobia is white, puritanical, and it's not for us. And you can read Fearing the Black Body.
Go ahead and give them some resources, girl.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. And then secondly, I want people to like educate themselves and learn. Just because you don't like the way somebody is living doesn't mean you get to decide if they deserve rights or needs.
Yeah.
And we're going to go ahead and segue into why that's important in our next session.
Yeah. And like also, like I don't like, that's why I like very be off the media and like don't like to get into those topics and hear people's opinions, because it just ends up becoming ignorancy. Like, my thing was, it was just like, what else could the Lyft driver, like y'all said, like I said, I love the word accommodation. What could the Lyft driver have done? How could he have handled it better? Because like obviously she had to feel a certain way to take this to court. Like I don't think this was like for me it would have been like I knew like my car gonna mess up and I can't afford to pay it. I'm gonna make sure I have a breakdown with this person, let them know like, okay, like, what, let me call Lyft, like, support, see what we can do, X, Y, and Z.
And I think that's the disconnect with Lyft. I think that's a complete disconnect, because what's the vetting process to like hiring for Lyft? I know for like Uber and stuff, I just put my stuff in there and like, they
still hiring sex offenders and things like that, and people are still getting harmed to this day, and that's why we have apps like Her Ride. Shout out to Her Ride. So that's why it's just it becomes a thing. But like I just don't like how we're getting to topics of now talk about her body and how she needs to lose weight and she needs to look different and she needs to change herself to fit into normal society and things like that. And so that's what bothers me. And do y'all have any more things to say before I really get into the next topic?
No, that's why I said we gonna
segue.
Because I want to wrap it into the next topic. Is I was with her. I was like really feeling with her until she got on them interviews and was basically saying everybody love every time there's something bad with y'all love bringing up the LGBT community for some reason. It's always, but when it's the LGBT this, LGBT that. I didn't really like that argument. Like,
what did she say specifically?
She basically was saying how, but when it comes to the LGBT community, y'all want to accommodate things. Y'all want to legalize mixed sexual marriage. And she said she was a lesbian before and things like that. But like, that's what I don't like. Is like, if y'all can do it for them, why can't y'all do it for us? Because now we're on going to our next topic, which is trans rights. And how trans rights are now being kind of being pulled up. The rug is pulled, and we are falling over. So those same people that are going around saying, but when it comes to the LGBT community, y'all get whatever y'all want, and people can accommodate y'all and make sure y'all feel comfortable in spaces X, Y, and Z. Well, now look at where we're at now.
Well, I also want to add to that, because there's intersectionality. White. The experience of a white person in the queer community and the experience of a black person in the queer community with legislation is completely different. There are two different things. Caitlyn Jenner is walking a whole different thing than Laverne Cox. Okay, he can vote against his interests because he's white, so it really don't matter. Well, really don't matter. Her interests are aligned because of what white privilege is in America. So other queer people of color do not have that same privilege, and also it's a false equivalency, and I want Black people to start doing that, especially if you're gonna say you're pro-Black. You cannot be pro-Black if you are not pro-Black trans people, pro-Black fat people, pro-Black disabled people, pro-Black chronically ill, pro-Black HIV positive. It's Black. If they are Black, you need to be for them. They are a part of the community, and just because they're different from you does not mean your opinion matters to their rights. Just because you're uncomfortable. Your comfortability should not determine whether someone can get gender affirming care. And that's kind of like where I want our community to click. Like, I don't get what's clicking when we have that issue in our community. I really don't.
Very, very valid. But let's get into the trans rights, cause y'all know, baby, with this going on, baby, we might be starting CareFreeBlackGirl Canada. the way things are moving, so I might not have enough time here in the U.S. Yeah. So let's talk about it though, because as y'all know, trans rights is definitely getting pulled, and people are in the offices in the big house. They are working to get our rights getting put away. As we talked about last year, as as election season was going on, we talked about Project 2025. And for the people that felt like, Project 2025 was just, a lie, a distraction, X, Y, and Z, baby, it's real. So the rights that we are getting taken away, we're getting taken away a lot. It's going to be, basically, people can discriminate us without anything. You can sit there and call me all the names you want, and you will not be charged. I cannot do anything to... my rights are gone. Yeah. You can discriminate me. You can remove me from a job. You can remove me from a home. You also can take away the way my medication to choose of how I want to live my life. You can do the trans rights are really getting pulled so seriously to the point where it's taking out the non-existence. We've seen they drop the T and LGBT. So they're doing a lot to take away
some of the things, some of the legal or the legislation that's coming out, right, is basically there's when you're putting down your gender or your sexual orientation, it's just male, female, not accounting for the different demographics or different sexual orientation or types. There is not allowing transgender people to play sports on the team in which they identify. There's the healthcare, gender affirming care that's trying to be controlled in a way where it's not necessarily offered.
Also something with you,
the military as well. They were when I was in. When I was actually in command, they were putting out memos about how they were now opening the military up to transgender people, and so how to be able to communicate that to our soldiers and our troops. But again, the same things that people have been working so hard to put in place, not just in the last 4 years, but for over a century now, and even more so than that, even longer than that. Are being dismantled within days of a new administration. And I think for me, the drawback is really getting involved in advocating and being in allyship with those, with the LGBTQT, because who cares? We putting it back. Community, and also just keep being aware, knowing when you're supposed to be voting and all of the things. Because we talked about that last year, but there's plenty of votes that happen outside of a 4-year presidential election that I need y'all to be very, 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 very plugged into. Because these things really do matter. It really does start at the local level all the time.
And I just want selfish cis people to understand, gender affirming care can apply to you too. If you have breast cancer and you're able to survive, and you had a double mastectomy and you need cosmetic surgery, that's gender affirming care. You don't need that to survive. So where you think you are so different
or so
don't
safe,
spite yourself just for being hateful. It's and don't just be an ally, because an ally a lot of times that word has gotten watered down. Like, I see you. I see your struggle.
Advocacy.
Be an accomplice.
Yes.
Help people get shit done. Help people understand how to get help. Help them know if worst comes to worst, what countries are they going to be able to have some semblance of a life? Like, especially with the thing they're doing with trans people and passports. I just want also for black trans girls, please, 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 in this romantic era, be safe. Because these laws, the people who have to enforce these laws have been waiting a long time to be hateful. So please, please, please do what you can to protect yourself.
Absolutely. And yeah, on just top of that, it's just find ways to help, find ways to support any way you can. Like the little things you do matter. The little things that you do matter. If you go sign a petition, if you go to support someone at a rally or just
protest.
at a talk like X, Y, and Z, like do what you have to do to help. And my message to the cisgenders or whoever y'all want to call yourselves, women, men, black women and men. I know y'all sitting here laughing and keying like, oh yeah, it's about time. Oh, them it's and aliens, X-Transformers, Autobots, Megatrons, baby. Y'all can all sit there and laugh now, but remember on Project 2025. Remember them abortion laws? I want y'all to remember that. When people are out there getting killed by police, just back to back to back, when we get in those back to back to back to back, when it turns into every week to every month to every day, I want y'all to think about when y'all kikied on us. Because y'all think this is funny. Y'all think this is a joke. Y'all do. And it's messed up.
Period.
So y'all gonna laugh at us when the white people gonna be laughing at y'all when it's y'all. So
Come together,
do your
child.
research.
Come together, honey.
Do your research and change your mindset. Because it's all fun and games when it's y'all. And then y'all expect us to be, oh, we're here to support y'all too. Yes, we're gonna fight for abortions, X, Y, Z. When you were just making fun of a trans girl because she can't have a baby. But as the girls are fighting through, the girls are still winning out here these days. Shout out to the youngest in charge. The girl who everybody looked down for when she started her transition, Miss Zaya Wade. Miss Zaya Wade just was on the cover of 17. So she might be the first black trans girl to cover 17 magazine. So shout out to Miss Zaya Wade. And y'all know we love our movies and TV shows. So make sure y'all go watch Clean Slate on Prime Video, starring the icon Laverne Cox.
Yes.
It is a trans
Tell us
story.
about it, girl.
It's a trans story. I have not watched it yet, but it is a trans story. It does have a lot reconnecting with your family, especially reconnecting with your father. So for those girls who been through their ups and downs with their daddies during their transition, or don't have their relationship no more, or just have a good relationship with their dad, I think that's a good thing to watch. Just so you can catch those feels. So definitely catch Clean Slate on Prime Video, starring Laverne Cox.
Period.
All right, y'all. We got real militant on y'all. We gonna make it a little fun, make it a little
Bring us back.
little festive. So we are going to do hot or not, and we're gonna be talking couples. We just got out of the Valentine's Day love era, so we are gonna start with Scandal with Fitz and Olivia. And so, hot or not?
The president?
The president. 3, 2, 1.
Absolutely not.
Not. Yeah.
Not.
Well. Okay.
Well.
Okay. So I like Fitz and Olivia because we know them, like, you know, like when they came out for the election and stuff, it's like, oh my God, it's Fitz and Olivia. But as for their dynamic on the show, baby, he can have that. Like all that extra he was doing with them together and the stringing along and teasing and the stuff and her falling back, acting like she don't got no sense, like she can't get her feet. Stand up, girl. Come on, Olivia. Cause she a boss.
The dynamic on and off the show, they can have it. Cause y'all both married. Like at a certain point, we wrapped up.
Thank you.
Okay, next couple, we're gonna do Abbott Elementary, and we're doing Janine and Gregory. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Hot. Yes. I love a little quirky couple.
Yeah, they so cute. They so cute and quirky. So we're going to move on to our last one, and we're going to throw it back to the 90s.
Yes.
Okay, so it's Living Single, and we are going to do Maxine and Kyle. 3, 2, 1.
Hot.
I
Yes.
would watch that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I do. I love them for them. I do. Mm-hmm.
I do. I love it.
A spinoff is needed.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
spinoff is needed.
You know, actually, was it on Half and Half?
Half and half.
They actually were on there, and they had a daughter.
Yep.
Did
so
they?
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Oh my
They did.
God.
So I feel like a spinoff was needed.
Yeah,
but
no,
maybe
yeah,
they
they need to
didn't
run
get
that
pitched
back.
enough or
Yeah.
something. You know, it
Yeah,
happens in the
so
TV
y'all
world.
tap in and comment. What couples do y'all think on TV are hot or not? Or did you disagree with our hot or not? So
If
let
you
us
did.
know. Comment.
Period. And on that note, we are going to get into our Get Free segment where
Ooh.
we just talk about the things that y'all, you know, can get free from and give y'all our advice on how to do just that. So our topic for today is the soft era versus the independent woman. Y'all know, I feel like the past few years, you know, the soft life, soft girl life, basically trying to, you know, embrace luxurious living and convenience and just like, you know, like just chilling, you know what I'm saying? And not doing too much versus the independent woman who's like strong, working hard, gets her own bag. Not to say the soft girl isn't, but you know, embraces more of a dominant personality and spirit. And I know that sometimes as Black women, we can struggle with finding the balance between the two, or which one, you know, deciding which side we want to be on, whether it's that soft girl era or that independent girl. And I'm curious as to what y'all think about, like, do y'all struggle with that? And even if not, you know people who may do that. And if, what advice do y'all have on the subject? Like for the girls out there who might be like, I can't do that, but maybe I, you know.
Like with the media going on, and like it's so crazy because I'm just like, you know, I feel like the soft girl era started because, like, you know, people was independent, hustled, worked their ass off, but now they sitting on their money, so they can live softly now.
Right.
So I just feel like, in my opinion, do what works for you. If your time is to work hard and hustle and be independent, and you don't need no man right now, then do that. That works for you. But if you feel like, oh no, baby, I need a man, I need to cook, I need to clean, I need to, you know, get pregnant, have these babies, and take care of the kids, and take care of the household, do that. Like, do what works for you and works for your lifestyle at the end of the day. Because even sometimes when you are working hard and being independent and hustling and getting to the bag and doing those things, make sure you still take time for yourself to be soft, because it's hard to carry all that weight in one hand. Maybe you need a good Sunday, a good Monday, a good Saturday, Friday. Take your time for yourself. So do what works for you. Don't fall into these niches and trends, because, baby, you be trying to live in soft, and, baby, you got bills to pay. Go to work.
What do you think about it, Miss Venus Law?
I got to put on my doctor hat for a little bit.
I knew it was coming.
And I got
yeah.
push back on you just
Push
a little
the
teeny
glasses
bit,
up,
Hazel. And I promise I'm not a she-woman man hater, but decenter men from your thoughts of softness and independence. Decenter it completely. Marriage don't matter. Caretaking don't matter. Your softness does not have to be an enemy to your independence. You can be the softest you've ever been and the fiercest you've ever been, and your partner should only complement with an E that. They should not complete. You know? It should not compete. And so find the fluidity that works for you, because you need both. You need a level of independence for your identity to feel strong, to feel motivated. But as a Black woman, you need more than others. And I can cite scientific facts. So don't, y'all, you little Trumpies, don't even try it.
Don't come over here.
Stress is literally killing Black women. Yes. I have had close friends, line sisters, who have had strokes, and they are young women from stress. Good jobs, great life, but they are so stressed.
So don't let that strong arm keep you from taking care of yourself.
Right. Your rest should be greater than your productivity in this era.
Amen.
So I got to learn that. I can attest to that. The fact that like things that I've been praying for recently is like rest. Because I can, and what I wanted to, when we did the vision board live, the thing I put on my paper that I want to leave in 2024 was unrest. Because I be feeling like I gotta, like, especially now that I work full time and stuff, I'm like, oh, I got 6-7 day, work days. And I really have to push myself to be like, no, sis, like, you need to take a rest day. Like, you need to not do nothing and just focus on you. And even not just rest day, but more so time to pour into self on a daily basis, because sometimes we feel like we leave that soft era to a certain time frame, and maybe that's just one day, but we going hard 29 days out the month, and I'm like, is that sufficient, and I'm like, I think a daily cup, a daily pouring into yourself, a daily relaxation, like taking time to be soft, especially if you're that person that's like super strong and gung-ho and a hustler, you know what I mean? Like, you got to think about where you can fit time in for you that just requires you to be still and do or not do. Maybe you just land, like whatever, but put some time on there, like we was talking about last episode, on the calendar, to get free, resonate with the soft side of you, without feeling guilty about not doing anything or being that rock for whatever or whoever is in your life.
You should not feel uncomfortable with rest. If you are beating yourself up the whole day like, oh, I got to do this email, I got to do that, then you're not resting. Your mind is still strategizing. So I always suggest, if you have been so independent your whole life and you're like, you asking me for a lot, schedule yourself in like you schedule everybody else
in. Exactly.
Put
if
rest,
not more,
just like an hour, like 1 hour when you wake up or an hour before you go to sleep, baby.
Progressively get into it for sure.
And decenter men from how you view yourself, whether you're soft or independent.
But I will say, you decenter them when like I said, when you need to. I'm in a part in my life where, baby, I need to.
Yeah.
God, if I could take a good year, it's not that deep. Because some of us women are dealing with the same toxic. Like, I get what you're saying of decenter them, like, period, because it's a lot to deal with and it ain't worth the time. So that's why I'm like, decenter them. But when you're ready to open yourself back up, because it's not about when you decenter them, it's about knowing your worth at the end of the day and who's supposed to be in your life and who ain't. Because some of y'all don't know y'all worth. And who
also, decentering is not like, I don't need no man in my life. It's like...
Oh, okay. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, men... I think the best way to describe this, most men think of themselves first. And then they think of their loved ones.
Yeah, but we think of them first, and then we think of us.
Most men get up, they think of their bodily needs, what they need to do to be a provider, and how that affects other people. Yeah. And most Black women are, I got to think of everybody else first. Yeah. And if there's a little bit left for me, that's okay. Yeah. So when I say decenter, your man should not be the center of your universe. You are the center. You are the source. You live in this body. You have this mind. You live this spirit. It needs to be the center for you to function well.
Period.
And a man should come and he should complement that. He shouldn't make you challenge how you feel about yourself or where you need to be. So if he do, cut it. And if he don't brush his teeth, cut it. That's a simple trick, you guys. If he doesn't brush his teeth, cut him. He don't got a my chart, cut him. It'll save you a headache.
He don't pay no bills, cut him. What you saying?
All right, y'all. So with that, we are closing out our Get Free segment of the pod. right, y'all. So it is time to get into our biz to watch. And, you know, it's Women's History Month. Last month was Black History Month. And, of course, we are going to highlight the girls. So the Lit Bar, we're gonna give the Lit Bar they accolades. Woo. Women owned, Black owned. I believe her name is Melissa. She, you know, started her business from the ground up. She grew a love for making lipsticks. The lipsticks are one of the major sellers for the Lit Bar, but as she continued throughout her journey, her notoriety started to rise, right? And the cosmetics were what people were loving to see. And she is also a Black-owned business that sells in Target as well. So I think that's just, you know, a great testament to where, you know, we can go even by starting these little things in our garages and mixing up little stuff that we think maybe only our cousins and stuff like that might buy, and how that story is just amazing for us. And that's what anybody, like, love the Lit Bar and everything like that. But like, we got a lot of Black people who are just paving the way in every industry. Okay, in every single industry. And my little thing before I let y'all, you know, talk about it if y'all want to, is like, y'all need to stop trying to erase Black people from history. Like, it's really annoying to me that this is where we're going and what we're trying to do, like not celebrating Black History Month when we fought so hard to even get a freaking month anyway. Mm-hmm. Like, what the, like, I'm so annoyed, but not to take that, you know, back. But have y'all ever tried a Lit Bar before?
No? I haven't, but I will support Black businesses.
Yes.
All I could say is, you know, I know some of y'all did not follow the blackout February 28th, and I know some of y'all still shop at Target, but go support those Black-owned businesses.
Period.
So shout out to the Lit Bar. When you go to Target, you want to go buy your girlfriend some Lit Bar. You want to buy your homegirl some Lit Bar. Maybe go buy that.
Do what you got to do, but support Black-owned business.
Period. At Target.
And you can
also at litbar.com.
Mm-hmm.
Give her duckies directly. Forget Target.
Yeah, bump that.
Okay.
I'll take that back.
But speaking of like the business to watch, I'm talking about the girls to watch.
The girls to watch.
Y'all not just gonna get back in my little music bag, listening to new sounds and new waves, because I can't stand some of y'all. Some of y'all just be like, girl. Like, but I got into a new artist. Her name is Jasmine Martin. She's an R&B singer. I love her. She's dope. She definitely gives that like Kehlani, Jhené Aiko vibe. Ooh, okay. So if you're looking at Jhené Aiko, she ain't gonna make no more new music like that. So baby, y'all want a new sound?
Let's make space.
Go look up Jasmine Martin on all music platforms: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, all that.
Good to know. And the doctor. Got to shout out another doctor.
Hello.
I want to shout out Dr. Hadia Nicole Green. She has been doing groundbreaking work with nanoparticles and curing cancer. And she has been talking about it since about 2014. And with the recent news that impacts us, the Black girls, you know, our braids, our Fulani, our bohos, you know, they got them carcinogens in them. Find and support the people who are trying to prevent and eradicate that. So shout out to Dr. Hadia Nicole Green for her life-changing and life-saving work.
Love that. Y'all make sure y'all check out the two girls to watch. And that really concludes our episode of the Carefree Black Girl podcast. Yes. Make sure y'all continue to support and follow the movement at #CareFreeBlackGirl. Follow us on Twitter at CFBGPod and Instagram at CareFreeBlackGirl Inc. I am your girl, Leslie Latrice, and you can find me on my website, because I got to let y'all know where I'm at. www.leslielatrice.com. And I'm also posting on YouTube every Sunday, but I think I'm going to switch that to Saturday. So just keep an eye out. Turn the notifications on. And I'm going to pass it to my girl, Miss Phoenix Lux.
Yes, you can find your girl. I'm Dr. Phoenix Lux at all social media. Blurdy Love on IG. Also follow The Care Salon, spelled SOULAAN. That is my private practice that centers Black women and fembies. They can't erase us because they didn't create us. So keep in touch with your girl.
Period.
And it's your girl, Hazel Harvey. Y'all can only catch me on here at the Carefree Black Girl podcast. And speaking of Carefree Black Girl, what is y'all doing this summer? Y'all know the Carefree Black Girl is going on tour, right? Make sure y'all click on that link and go get y'all tickets because we will be in almost every city. So make sure y'all check out the Carefree Black Girl Cookout tour. And we hope to see y'all there. And we'll see y'all on the next episode.
Bye.
Love down.